Hello everyone, welcome to the next tutorial on Django, and you're learning with DivK Learner. So today we are going to talk about updating the model, and in updating the model we'll be talking about how we need to open the model file, make the changes in the classes, and then make the migration file from it, and then run migrate the command to actually update the data, and then test by inserting the values of the new fields and view the records. So very quickly, let's just start with the demo. And before I take you to the demo, um, I will be showing you what do we have in the file at the moment. So I made some changes in doing the practice. So if I just call the shell program from my demo one dot models import my demo one, enter, and then write on my demo one dot objects dot all dot value. So these are the original values that we have, and the model consists of four things which I have updated. So it has the first name, the last name, the mobile number, and the date of joining, so DOJ. So now we are going to add one more field into it. So I'll take you to the model, and in there we'll write down the date of birth for the existing customer, for the employees. So I'll just go with this. This is the first step. We need to update the model. So once the model has been updated in the file, let me just exit from the Python shell. I'll close this. This has been done. And now what we need to do is we need to run the make migration. So you will see that it will give me an error with two choices to make. So if I write on to py manage.py, make migrations my demo one, and I hit enter. Uh, what is the error? py. Yes, the error is that I have not exit out of the py shell. So now let's just run that command, which is to make the migration of my demo one, and I hit enter. It will try to create the new DOB, but it is saying that DOB is, we are not able to specify any value for it. So either in one case, what you have to do is you can set the default value now, or second is you can quit and then manually work on the model. So, or you can give the default value now, which is step one, and the second is that you remove it and then give the default value. So I'll select option 2 and hit enter. I'll go back to the model.file and I will say that let it be equal to null. And I'll just execute the same py migration my demo, and this time it will work by adding the dob file there. But now at the moment it has just created this file where I've added the dob. If I take you to the py manage py shell and I try to show you my demo one dot objects dot all dot values. So if you see here, yeah, that's again another fault that I've done. I've not imported my model. So my demo one dot models. Oh, come on. From my demo one dot models import my demo one. So we write that down, my demo one dot or I can just press the outgoing key to come there and hit enter, and it gives me an error. So what is the error that is giving me? So I've imported my demo1, but let's go to the last line and check DOP. No such column as DOP. It's not able to find the column of DOP, which has been suggested by the migration file, but it is not there in the execution of the file. So we have done half of the things, but we have not really worked on completing it. But this make migration is telling, but it has not actually updated the database. In order to update the database, what we'll have to do is we'll have to first exit out of it, exit out of the shell. And once we are out of it, we'll run py manage.py migrate. So that is how it's going to migrate and update the value there of DOP into the model. So now if I open up my shell, so writing down py manage.py.shell, that will open up the shell for me. And in the shell, what I'm going to write is I'm going to write the same thing from my demo1 dot models import my demo1. I just want to check one thing before I move forward. Yeah. So now I will try to show you all the objects that are there, and it gives me that it has ID1, then ID2, ID3, and ID5. So these are the values. So there are two ways to find the length of this object. One is by writing down this dot count, and it tells me that there are 4 objects. Or what I can do is I can write down the len, and in the len I can write down my demo 1 dot objects dot all. Fault again. It is giving me 4, but I missed on this. So if I hit now, it will directly give me a 4. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a value. Sorry for the background noise. I will write down X, or I'll write down the my object. Let's make it simple, right? So length. Let's just write down my length, the way that I'm giving the example. My length is equal to, I take my demo 1 dot objects dot all dot count. I can even write down with the len method. So now if I write down my len, I'll have 4 into it. The other way, why am I doing this is I'm going to update the values in the new column that I've created. And we are going to make some changes in the values, and we are going to update them. So for this, I'll be creating certain lists. So give me a minute. I'm just making some changes in that list to have a different value. So just to show you, if I write down this part here, not this one, not this one, this one here, the values. You see that in the values, we have Alok and his number is 331111. Sorry, 3, all the 3s, 1, 2, 8 times 3. Similarly, the ID2 has 1s all the way, ID3 has 5s. So I'm just making some changes. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create 3 lists there, which is my phone list. I've changed the phone numbers for each one of them. I've changed the DOB list, which is date of joining, and date of birth. So date of birth is none in all the cases. So let's just try to put in the value. So let me just run the first command, by which I'll be creating the phone list. Then I'll be creating the date of joining list. So in the date of joining list, what I've changed is I've reduced 1 year. So this is date of joining as 2013. So I placed in 12. So here also we have 13. So I've made it 12. In the other one, it is 15. So I've made it 14. And the last one, it is none. So, but I've written down the value there. So, okay, this is ID number 5. So before I move there, I'll make one change more so that we are all in sync. And then let's just work on this one. So this is all the values that I've received. I think why we are getting no updation on the mobile number and the JOB is because we will be running it through the length, and the length reaches only okay, the length should reach the complete thing. So I've written down one wrong statement in my code. I'll rectify it. So once I've done this, so this is the other thing which I'm going to do. I will run a for loop and then give a tab and then say that get me an object, and this object is for index X. Then in that object mobile number, write the my phone list number, and then in the next one I need to write down my date of joining number, and the next one I want to write down my date of birth number. So once having done this, after setting all the values, I'm going to just write down the save button. So when I hit the enter one more time, it is saying that there is an error. Build an object or method. Object cannot be interpreted as integer. So let me just very quickly check my lists. I think I've exceeded any of those values beyond the range of integer. So let me just remove 1 numbers from each one of them. And that way, I think we'll be sorted. So let's just run the for loop again. Now you can see some jargons coming here because I cannot remove them even if I press the delete key, but they will not cause any issue. So I will hit enter, press tab, and go up. And I need to put the values of the, I need to first get the object of obj. So where is obj? Obj is, yeah. So this is where I'm getting the obj value. Then I'm assigning it to the phone list, then job, then dob, then save, hit enter. Object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Which object are we talking about? We are talking about this having x, this is x. So which object cannot be interpreted as, you see, I've written down len, but what I've done is I have placed the length in my len. So that is the other issue that I've done. So very quickly, I'm going to go and make that change in here and change it to just checking the the right case. So it is MYLEN. So let's just make it capital MYLEN. So let's just hit enter after that with tab. And then let's just get the object. That is where I'm getting the object tab. Then putting the value of phone list tab, DOP, DOG, date of joining, date of birth, save, hit enter. Now it is saying my DOB has some errors. So we write down my DOB correctly. Oh. Where is my list of my DOB? My DOB was written within my small. Yes, another error, another syntax error. So let's just try it one more time. This is the for loop. Sorry for that. This is object when we are getting it. Then we are talking about the mobile, so that's fine. We are talking about the DOG, that's fine. Now here, I have to make a small y instead of the capital one, because what I've stated in the place where I've created the list, there is my my small part there. So I hit enter again and then go to save. There is save, yeah, obj save. I hit enter. Now it is again giving me an error that built-in function. Oh, did I do that again? I think I did that again. This is fine. But in the previous, yeah, I took the line. So that was which I was wrong there. Tab. Going back to my demo object all. Then the first thing is phone list. Then let's just be more careful now. So DOG is there. Then not this one, the other one with the small y. Yeah, that one. Now you can see all the jargons coming in here because of this are only coming because of the visual effects. It is not actually the error. And let's just go and save it now. So this is where I'm saving it. Hit enter. It gives me warning this time, which is fine because warnings are good. Warnings are good in the sense that they don't stop you from executing anything and everything is taken place nicely. But again, warning, we will have to check somewhere down the line that it is warning and what we have to do. But again, at this point of time, it's not a blocking point for us and everything is running. So if I get all the objects, let's just put in that line to get all the values. Yeah, so here it was. Now this is only giving me a count. So here is the values that I have, and I hit enter, and you will see that the values have been updated. So you have the mobile numbers being updated, you have the DOB being updated, you have the DOG being updated for all the entities, in fact for 5 as well. So although we did some troubleshooting steps which were fine, but with that, we come to the end of this part as well, where we were trying to update the model. And I'll come back to the slides again. And I really thank you for having patience with me. And I thank you for listening and learning with me. I hope we have moved a bit forward in our learning. To contact me, write in YouTube comments or email me to divklearner@gmail.com. So with that, I once again wish you a very great and good day ahead. Bye-bye. Take care.